Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Burner Account. As usual, and as always, you got your boy Big Joe.
You got your boy Julio the Don.
Got your boy Jay.
Boys, surprise, surprise. We're going to start the video off talking about something we've been talking about the last 4 years. Cowboys getting beat by the 49ers. And it was the final score 30-24 in favor of San Francisco is not indicative of how one-sided this game really was. The Cowboys showed a lot of promise starting off, and then by the end of the game, it was just a whole different team, different ball game, and the Cowboys moved to, I believe, 3-4. And the 49ers, I believe, moved to 4-4. They're back at 500. Let's get into it, man. I'll start with you, Julio. You watched the game against the 49ers. What did you think, man? What did you think about the effort? What did you think about the game? What do you think about this team after 7 games?
I mean, for me, I guess I'm not even gonna say a little. I'm very disappointed in how we finished that game. The reason why I say that is because in the first half we score 10 points and then get outscored in the third quarter 21-0, literally all in one quarter, and then end up the game with 24 to 30. So to be honest, at like any Cowboy game that I watched, again, showed a lot of promise in the first half. We actually showed some grit, some toughness that we were trying to fight, and we were making our defense. I don't know how, but we were making stops. Our offense was actually doing something. They actually scored a touchdown in the second quarter, along with a field goal, of course, in the second quarter. Just to kind of give you an idea of what happened, they literally had 6 points at the half. It was 6-10 at the half. So San Francisco literally scored 2 field goals to start out the game. And then we went into the half, and when we came back from the half, it almost seemed like the guys forgot that we were there to play a game, because all of a sudden they're up 21 points in the third quarter. How the hell that happens? I don't know. Is it a coaching thing? Is it the players just kind of giving up at that point? But why would you give up when you're up 4 points going into the half? So it's one of those things to where it messes with you, especially as a fan, because you're so looking at the game, watching the game, and you're like, man, you know what? We look all right. It doesn't look half as bad. At least we look way better than what we did against Detroit, kind of deal. So
As they hang
I was really
50 burger.
Oh my God. And it was very surprising, like I said. I mean, when I look back at this game, San Francisco scored field goals in the first, second, and fourth quarter. The meat of their production, the meat of their points was in the third quarter, where they outscored us 3 touchdowns to 0, to nothing, not even a field goal, nothing. So again, I think that we're midway point through the season. We're 3-4. The season, even though a lot of people are gonna piggyback on that, the season's over already. There's nothing else left for the Cowboys to be able to do. We're only halfway through. We still got 8 games left. So for me, I hope to see that we see some sort of change after this. But
What do you mean by that?
again, like just to see us continue that grit, that wanting to actually fight to win a game, because towards the end of that game in the fourth quarter, I mean, we did end up scoring 14 points very late in the fourth quarter, and then we did have the ball to end the game within the last, I think, 3 minutes, but we couldn't do anything with it.
Right.
So it goes to show you that the team, when pushed and when they put some effort behind what they're doing, we can possibly turn some of these games around to where we're winning some of these games. But right now, I mean, as far as everything that's happening with the team and from what I can see, the morale of the team from certain things that happened after the game and during the game and all that stuff, it just they don't look like they're in a good place for them to continue to be like, okay, we can win out the rest of the season or we can win out the rest of our schedule. That's not going to happen. So unfortunately for me, since I was the one that called that we would be 14-3 at the end of the season, yeah, that's not going to happen. At this point, I've already lost. So, so it's going to be very interesting to see. I still, again, Dallas Cowboys for life. I'm always going to be a fan. So we'll see what the rest of the season holds. But I'm not going to hold my breath, if that makes any sense.
No, man, it makes perfect sense. Appreciate your input there. Jay, what about you, man?
This is the day the Lord has made. I will be glad and rejoice in it.
He went from Jay to Jameis.
Unwavering faith, ultimate belief, dependence on the Lord.
We need all that as Cowboys
Everything.
fans.
We need all shit. We need Jameis Winston at this point. Man, I'm over this season already, bro. I have no faith in our team. When we got down to the red zone, and this was before my TV started acting up, so this is one thing that I did see. We get down to the red zone, we're about to score, interception. That right there made me I was done at that point, to be honest. And I mean, I think that was like the first or second quarter when that happened. But I was glad my TV kept disconnecting from the Wi-Fi, and I was just like, I'm done. I'm not even gonna try and watch the rest of this game. Because if that's how it's gonna go, that's how it's gonna go. But then we were up 10-6 and somehow shit the bed. So but that's neither here nor there. We are a professional football team. We need to figure it out. Coaching wise, quarterback wise, um, we need to figure it out. And I'm not crapping on Dak. However, he is part of the equation. Something has to give at some point. And I'm not a Dak basher. I'm just a realist. We have to figure something out. And y'all want him to get paid. I'm a firm believer in, you know, show me the work, then I'll pay you. Show me what you can do, then I'll pay you.
I mean,
I
he
don't
definitely showed us in the what it was it 7-8 years that he's been here. He's shown us what he's got.
But was it worth the biggest contract in NFL history?
To Jerry Jones, it was.
Obviously, now we're looking at it. Is it? Be honest. Be real.
Say word, son.
I mean, to me, I can tell you right now, no, it wasn't worth it. You could have used some of that money to get help where help is needed. We need help on the offensive line. We need help on defense. We need help in the damn running back room. We don't have a running back. I mean,
We have 4 running backs.
1 yard Zeke ain't cutting it. Fucking I don't even know the rest of them. Dalvin Cook, he just came. He played better
Made
than
his
Zeke.
debut. Yep,
Played
made
better
his
than Zeke.
debut.
So, what does that tell you? Like, I mean, we're cooked. We're just cooked, as the young kids say nowadays. We're cooked as a team, as an
Chat. Are we
organization.
cooked, chat?
We're cooked, chat. We're done. We are done. Well done
We're
at this
we're
point.
halfway through the season, man. We still got a lot of season left.
Bro,
No,
hit the panic button.
no, no, we
The
don't.
fact that you can even say, "Hey,
Bro, you were already hitting the panic button
there's
after
plenty
the
of
third
football left to
game.
play, bro."
After
This
our
brand of
third
football,
loss, everybody,
eject,
every Cowboy fan
eject.
that I've seen or I've talked to after the third loss, everybody was hitting the panic button. It's like, bro, it's only 3 games. Now it's only 4 games. So what are you panicking? We still have a whole half of a season left. Why are you panicking?
Have you looked at the rest of our schedule? That's why
Yeah, I
I'm
have.
panicking. That's why I'm panicking. I know UNC
I
were
don't see
talking
it.
about how y'all
I
aren't
don't see it.
scared of anybody on the schedule,
I don't
but
see it.
we should be scared
You
of
don't see
people on
what
that
wins
schedule.
because there ain't been many of those.
We've had 3. So, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. And then we've only been 7 games in. So, yeah. And we've lost 4 games. So,
We
yeah,
lost
if you want to panic
one.
again, you want to jump ship, jump ship. It is what it is.
So we're still going to the Super Bowl in your eyes, right?
Always, baby. Always. Forever.
That's why you can't have a
Forever.
logical conversation with him because he's so unrealistic. He's like, jump off if you want to, but watch when we roll off 13 and I'm like, bro, come on, come on, bro, come on. This team is such a crap show as an organization. You activate Dalvin Cook coming off a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
You deactivate Rico Dowdle, who has had the best running performance of all the running back room this year so far. You deactivate him, and you're like, oh, he's sick. We gave him Benadryl, and he got even higher of a fever. But he's out there signing autographs for fans before the game.
So he's spreading
Mm-hmm.
COVID, basically.
Looking right as rain. You could have deactivated Deuce Vaughn. Well, we can't do that because he plays special teams. Bruh. Bruh. So you have a team that's overly devoted to a player that is underproductive, but because Jerry has a soft spot in his heart for Zeke, he won't deactivate him. He'd rather deactivate Rico Dowdle, who is going to be here, I would assume, longer than Zeke is. But you want to keep Zeke happy.
We signed Zeke for 1 year, right?
I think it was 2 years, was
Oh
it
my.
not?
Mm.
I mean, don't let me lie to you. But you look at this team and you start to just realize the owner's coming on the radio and he's crapping all over the news guys because they're asking them legitimate questions, respectfully asking them legitimate questions that Cowboys fans want to ask Jerry Jones. And he's like, that's not your job to question my decision making.
I'll
I'll
find me
find
some.
guys
I'll find me
that'll
somebody else to talk
yeah
to.
that'll ask me the questions. Um, it's stuff like that. Like you can see the implosion of this team. This franchise is it's unraveling fast.
It's a dumpster fire, bro.
It is definitely that. And you have it. I'll give our team this. San Francisco is consistently known for out physicaling this team, start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
We came out this week. We hit them in the mouth. We went tit for tat with them. That was something you hadn't seen before from this Cowboys team. This Cowboys team looked like they were rejuvenated coming off the bye week, like they had a plan. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be physical back. We're going to be smash mouth. We're going to do what we got to do. Halftime comes, goes, and then we revert back to the team that's played these 49ers the last 3 and 4 years.
Folded like a damn lawn chair.
Like a cheap suit, bro. Like we fell apart like a cheap suit. And this team, it looked like they they rolled over. Like when the times got tough, instead of saying, okay, we're gonna double down and we're gonna be just as gritty, they were like, nah, that's not us. San Francisco, I'm sure, went into halftime saying,
They made
just keep
adjustments.
just keep hitting them in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep hitting them. They'll fold. They'll quit. They'll quit.
And
And
sure enough, they did.
we proved them right. We quit.
Mhm.
Now, 24-30, you look at that and you're like, well, the Cowboys kept it close. Garbage time football yardage,
Yeah.
courtesy of the king of garbage time stats, Dak Prescott.
Not only that, but Bosa was back there a lot. A lot.
Terrence Steele,
Turnstile all night long,
absolute turnstile. Absolute.
all night long. That we need the extra help on the offensive line. You can see it from these last two games playing these big time teams. And again, I know that they were talking about it through the broadcast the entire night. They're missing key players. They're missing people that are hurt on the 49ers squad. You know, Bosa was still there. Fred
Warner.
Fred Warner, bro, wreaking havoc, coming in without being blocked, killing our running backs in the backfield, killing the quarterback
Like you
whenever
don't
you
know
get a
you
chance.
gotta address that.
Exactly. And it's like, why are we out there? Why do we have an offensive line out there? We might as well just leave the center there to snap the ball back to Dak and hope and pray that he can get the ball out in time to be able to make a damn play. It's
Right.
like a lot of these things factor into, and I get it. I understand why people talk so much about, well, we paid Dak all this money. Why isn't he making these plays? Why isn't he doing more? What more can he do when you don't have any support around you?
He
And I'm
does
not
need
talking about player support. I'm not talking about wide receivers or running backs. I'm not talking about any of that. If you don't have a line to block for you, bro, you
Yeah.
can't step up into the pocket to be able to deliver a good pass.
That's
You
part of the reason
can't
we can't run the ball.
exactly. You can't. There's all you're limited to what you can do because of that issue that we're having, and we haven't addressed that issue.
You
Apparently,
know
we
what?
went out in the draft and picked up all these linemen to help us out, and yet, what has that help? How has that helped us? It hasn't done anything for us.
What
And just
kills
real
me
quick,
is Dak has that opportunity to run, to escape the
he does,
pocket,
Mhm.
and he is slow as molasses.
I
bro.
we
Don't even
all
get me started.
know. We all know what happened, bro. I
I think
told y'all.
I think that injury, it's not the hardware in his leg. I think that injury scared him.
Joe,
It
He
did,
plays
yeah,
hesitant now.
Joe, that
yeah.
thing changes your life. Period.
That
It
that's
changes your
that's
life.
all fine and good, bro. But you're still a top level athlete.
That's fine.
I think for him it's mental. I think he doesn't want to experience something like that again. It wasn't like I twisted my ankle type deal. It was
I broke
my
my shit. I
my,
broke it.
my foot was facing the wrong direction.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, Tiger Woods is the top athlete. Happened to him in a car wreck. Shit changed his life. He don't walk the same at all. It changes your life. I
Well,
know
Tiger
from
Woods is more
experience.
of a back thing. He's got back issues from
No,
his
he broke his
aggressive
leg.
swing and then his leg that torque on his swing is kind of what sealed that with his legs. But what I'm saying is like for what we committed to Dak, it's a like you said, it's a bad contract, and we're stuck with it. That's
Yep.
just the
That's
ultimate
the reality. That's the
finality.
reality of things.
They asked Jerry today, like, do you ever get buyer's remorse? And he's like, no, that's BS. Because I know after you see Dak, we have
So
3 minutes left in this game. We go freaking 3 and out. Like, we never run the football. We're throwing the ball. We're
he
not
doesn't.
taking no time off the clock. That's Mike McCarthy's game management. I mean, it's a trickle down. The owner's trash, the coach is
Yep.
trash, the
Yep.
players play like trash, the effort is trash, the morale is trash. You have time to put a drive together. You're not 30 seconds, no timeouts. But that's how you're playing this last possession. Why? Because you're not prepared for these situations. You're not, as an organization, you're so dysfunctional. You can't figure out that, hey, not not every play has to be a home run. Dak, that's another thing with Dak. You see Brock Purdy, hey, I can't make that throw, I'm gonna throw it away. Dak, Dak will eat a sack in a heartbeat and to
And
try to
make the
extend the
throw,
play.
and then it's an interception
Yeah.
at the end of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's that's the difference between being successful and being a team that on paper should be good and is not good. I talked to a guy at work today. He was like, "Man, on paper, this team, you know, we have a really good team." And I told him, I appreciate that. I can respect that sentiment, but are we really that good, or is it because we're so close to this situation that we overvalue these players? And to me, that's what I feel like. Oh, we're too
But
close to this team, so we think we have a good team. Every year they sell us. We got a good team. This was
but
the first year.
that's when you have to be realistic, and that's why I said Dak is part of the problem. You can't say that he's not, because he is.
He
Because
hadn't been. I'm going to stop you there. He had not been a factor, I would say, in some of these losses. He was definitely a contributor in this
to
last
this
loss.
loss,
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
but that's what I'm
Agree.
saying though. Like as the season goes on, that's going to build up, and you have to have the ability, like you said, to throw the ball away, uh, take the sack, and hold on to the ball. Um, you can't give up free plays like that.
Yeah, you have to make smart football
And
decisions.
that's yeah, those are decision based plays for you to be able to make that decision as a quarterback, as the leader of the team, to be able to know when to take a sack, when to throw it away. If you can't evaluate that and you figure that no, I need to force this in there to see if we can make something happen, that's when mistakes are made. When you're forcing stuff to try to make it happen, that's when we make these mistakes where you have interceptions, where you have fumbles, where you have, three and outs really, really quick. It's because they're not making good decisions on the field. And I think it does speak volumes on how prepared they are to go into the game. How
Right.
prepared are these
You
coaches?
had 2
How
weeks.
prepared are the coaches getting you, so that way we can go into this game with the mindset of, okay, we have a game plan, let's stick to our game plan and let's work through this, and make adjustments where we need to. That's the whole point of being in the league, is to make adjustments on the fly once you're in the real game situation. But if you're constantly feeling like you're having a damn heart attack on the field and trying to force stuff when it's not going to be there, you're going to end up with the result that we ended up with this past Sunday.
He don't have time for that, man. He's tearing down houses and getting engaged, bro. Like, he ain't got time for that shit.
Damn the wedding
Congratulations, Dak,
ring.
if
We
you
need
do
a
check
Super
out
Bowl
our
ring, fam.
our
That's
podcast.
He's living his damn life, man. Let the man enjoy his life,
I'll slap
Mister
his face off his face.
$260 million.
240 million.
Yeah.